Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are hearing us. We are here today again, Africa Radio EU, and today I tell you, my brother and my sister, we are going places. Today we are right in Nigeria. You remember they won the World Cup, and now they're also winning many things. I have a very special program for you today. It is not about tribalism today, it is not about anything else, but it is something special. The program itself is called Facts and Reality. You know, Facts and Reality. And being presented to us with our special hosts all the way from Nigeria and here in Utrecht, Miss Josephine and Gomes. Here we are in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to tell us where you're watching from. This is your favorite radio, Africa EU, and today with a new program, Facts and Reality. Welcome in the studio, Josephine and Gomes. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Fine. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us on Radio Africa. It's a good thing to be here.
Yes.
And like you said, Facts and Reality. We're here to educate you. We're here to entertain you. We're here to inspire you. And with my co-host here, Josephine, we're going to be doing nice interaction and just a discussion,
Yes.
you know.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
We are here
Yeah.
with our sister, Abiola from Lagos, Nigeria.
And another call is coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we are just getting a call in all the way from Nigeria. I can see some lady called Ngozi. That was our guest today.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Yes, welcome to Radio Africa EU. We are broadcasting all the way from Utrecht. Do you know where Utrecht is?
No, I don't.
Do you know where Amsterdam is?
Yes, I know.
Oh, Amsterdam, you know, of course. All Nigerians know Amsterdam. Yes, we are 30 minutes from Amsterdam. I'm very proud to host your brothers and sisters here. Myself, my name is Matasio Kagwa from Kenya. And we are trying to see what Nigeria is in for us. So I bring you to my sister Josephine, who knows you better, who's going to lead you through this interview. Welcome, my sister.
Welcome, our sister. We are here with our special sister also. Her name is Abiola from Lagos, Nigeria, as I said. We are talking about facts and reality. So, my sister, welcome.
Thank you.
So, we want to know what is going on. We have been hearing a lot of stories about what's happening with our beautiful sisters, and we hear your story, and we are really, really here to hear what you have to say. We want to hear about your story, how difficult your journey is. If you can help us, explain it to us.
Okay. I'm gonna start by introducing myself.
Yeah.
My name is Abiola Akoro, and I'm from Lagos State. So I live here in the Netherlands now. Yeah. Let me start from my childhood. Okay, I am a girl who was born into an orphanage. Yeah, and then adopted into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Akoro. Yeah, who grew up with them, but things were going smoothly. So it got to a time before everything changed. And yeah.
So
Basically, Auntie Ngozi, once again, welcome to the show. Can you hear us?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. quickly, sorry for cutting you. I'm going to just quickly introduce Auntie Ngozi.
Yeah, you are the host of the show.
Yeah. So we're speaking with her via Skype.
Yes.
And she's the program director of Vision Spring in Africa, Nigeria to be precise. Yeah, we'll come back to you, but first we want to hear the story of Abiola, and we need you to address this situation or address this issue as it relates to other victims like her in Nigeria and of course in the grassroots level. You can hear us, huh?
Yes, I can hear, but I didn't hear all of Abiola's story.
Yeah.
The part I heard is about being born into an orphanage.
Yes.
Yes. So I think that's the thing I heard. If I can hear a bit more.
Yeah, because she's still introducing herself.
So we're talking about fact and reality, about what's happening with young girls that have been promised to go to Europe. And then they find themselves into a very difficult situation. And we are here to hear her own story and what we can do about it, or what your organization can do about it, or what we can do to help young girls around Nigeria and also here in Europe. Africa, all over Africa actually.
Yes. Okay, I would like to do a little introduction about my work.
Yes.
That's important. Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we work majorly with women and girls and ensuring that their sexual and reproductive health and rights are protected.
Yes.
We also work, most of our work is proactive. We are not reactive. So for instance, some of the things that we do is we work with young people to gain their self-esteem and not fall victims of trafficking.
Yes.
And so when trafficking happens and it comes to our office, what we do is we make reference, but the major thing we do is empowering young people to understand what their options are still in Nigeria. So for instance, last year we had a case of a man who wanted to take his child from someone we know to send her to Italy, a 17-year-old girl. And when that case was reported to us, we went to the Ministry for Women Affairs, Ministry for Social Welfare.
Yes.
And we said that we have gotten this case of a girl that is about to be trafficked, but his father told us that he was sending her to school. And he didn't give us enough information to convince us that he was sending her to school. Yes. And obviously one of his sisters had gone at age 16.
Okay.
You know? So what we did was work with the social welfare, do lots of...
Hello? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is our lady in Nigeria, as you know.
To Europe.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hello, go on, we are catching you.
Yes, so like I said, my organization, what we do, we don't wait for the problem happen till it happens, but what we do is stop the problem. But if it happens that girls are trafficked, which is a daily occurrence in the country, because we have rich men and rich women who benefit by sending these girls out.
Yes.
You know? So when they have opportunity to brought to our attention, we work with other ministries to see that they are returned and resettled. But that's not our major area of work. Our major area of work is empowering young people. Understand that the opportunities you think you have in Europe, you have them here. So that's
Good.
very good.
Thank you very much.
Very, very much. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, thank you very much. So basically, generally, we're going to focus on women's rights as well.
Yes.
And I've had a small chat with Abiola before, and she has. This is the first time she's coming on air to talk about her story, and it's quite challenging for her as well. But we're going to guide her through because she, apart from being born an orphan, after she was adopted, she was abused severally by her foster father. Before and then after that she left the house and then lived on the streets of Lagos for about 2 years before she found someone who practically deceived her into coming to Europe, and then she became a sex worker in Europe and all that. But we'll go for a quick short break, and then when we come back, Abiola would tell us herself you know, how she went through this process. Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back after the break.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting in for our small commercial break, and I tell you, this is facts and reality.
Yes.
I know there are some girls out there with your uncles, with your cousins, everybody lying to you, come to Europe and you end up problems are many. You realize today we are not going live directly because it's a very sensitive case. We decide to have it in-house. This is the people we talk about it.
Yeah.
We listen to Abiola, and then from there we open up. So please, if you're having somebody in the family, a friend, a neighbor going through this, being lied to, please do not shut your mouth. Come up and say the truth. The facts and reality of it all. Children, girls, ladies have to exercise their rights and privileges. Thank you very much. Talk to you after the break. This is your favorite radio station, Africa EU, presented by Matasio Kagwa with a new special program, Facts and Reality, from Josephine and Gomes. Welcome. See you after the party.
Yes. So Abiola, can you please explain to us how you started from all the way from Africa? By the way, there are other African countries that are going through the same problem. Can you explain to us how you started to be where you are today?
Okay, like I said before when I was introducing myself, I am this girl who grew up in an orphanage till I was 7 and then got adopted into Mr. and Mrs. Ago's family, which it got to a time where I was being abused by my foster dad. So I was able to bear it, not because I didn't have the choice to run out of that house, but I wanted to complete my education. For me, then my education was everything to me, because if I go out, I cannot afford the fees, right? So I just like, okay, I have to complete my education. I was taking the stress, going through traumas. I was being devastated every day, even to the extent the school I was fighting for, my grades were going down. I was fighting for the school, but my grades were going down. So it got to that extent where I finished my secondary school, because in Nigeria it's secondary school, right?
Yes.
So I finished my secondary school SS3. So after that, I have to move out of the house, because then I was fed up, because I know the way he was out acting already, he definitely won't take me to university. So I just have to look for my life. I went out of his house. I lived on the street, not actually on the street. I was living in a person's shop who sells water. So I take water and minerals, cola, stuff like that. I take it out to sell on the street, then come back, take the profit, give her her money. So that's how I lived for 2 years on the street there. I got the opportunity, I would say, to come to Europe when I met Mr. Williams, who actually deceived me. I would say deceived because he actually told me, he took advantage of the situation he saw me in and then he used it. So he told me I was gonna come to Europe, study. So I didn't have anybody to talk to, anybody to tell this story like, okay, this is who I have seen, this is what the person is saying, is this true or not? Nobody, because I wasn't having friends. So I just took the decision, okay, this is an opportunity. Because even while I was in Nigeria, I was living with fear. So I was, okay, then I just like, this is an opportunity. Let me just go. Let me go.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And how did you end up in prostitution?
Oh, okay. So he brought me to, he did the passport, the visa, because I came by flight.
Oh, wow.
He did the passport, the visa. No, I went for the visa in Abuja, at Abuja embassy. So I went for the visa. After everything, the visa came out. So I had to, it was Greece visa, but I went to Greece. From Greece, I went to Germany. So when I got to Germany, he took me to a hotel. He rented a one-room hotel where I would stay because he knows his aim, why he brought me. So he doesn't want me to know his house and he doesn't want me to know anything about him. So he took me to a hotel where I stayed the night. So the next day he came and he was like, he brought some bags. So I thought he came with clothes for me, or so the clothes I saw, I was like, what is this? So I got frightened. He was like, you're going to work. So I'm like, what kind of work? He said, you're going to be a prostitute from now on. So at that moment, it was like, let me just take my life, something like that. But I don't want to take my life because I actually need to live to make things happen. So I had no choice. I don't know anyone. He knows people. He threatened me. He told me, if I go to the police, I'm the one who's gonna lose because they're gonna take me back to Nigeria. I'm gonna be deported. So if I don't get deported, I'm gonna go to prison for being a prostitute. So I was like, okay, I had no choice. Then I went, he took me to a house because in Germany they have a house where the prostitutes work. So he took me there. When I got there, the first day was really hard. Let me not say only the first day, the first week, the first months, it was hard. But I had to strive on because he told me I had to pay him 55,000 euros.
What?
Yeah. So that's really like, so I had to pay him 55,000 euros.
20 years?
For how many years?
Definitely, there are some girls who does that in 6 months.
No.
I am telling you this. There are some girls who does that in 6 months and that money is paid. Some people.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna cut you short.
Yeah.
So this guy can get a girl from Africa.
Yeah.
Put him in a hotel.
Yeah.
And make 40,000 euro in
6 months.
tax free. No.
That's even, you said 40,000. Normally their bees start, if you come by air, it starts from 55, 60 upward.
But you guys don't have any like confidence or ask, what about me? What did you do to deserve that money? Don't you ask questions? You're not allowed to ask questions or express yourself.
That's a good question. If you were in my shoe, because I came at the age of 19,
Yes.
you would think everything is right, right? You can't even ask. You can't ask. Besides, you don't know the money that much. You don't know how.
So for even 40,000 euro doesn't make a difference between 40,000 naira.
Yeah, because you think you most times when you come, they don't allow you to know how to convert.
The money, yes.
So you cannot convert the money.
So you don't know the currency?
No.
You don't know the value of the money you are making.
Yeah.
And you don't
So
know
even
your
if
value.
somebody pays you 1,000 euro, for you will not even know. You think maybe some thousand naira.
Yeah, I know in euro is big, but I don't know
No,
how
what
much it is.
How
in
big it
naira.
is.
So
And this agent person, is he a Nigerian or?
yeah, he's a Nigerian. So it was really, really, really tough. So I started working until I was able to pay him 40,000 euros.
Wow.
You are not serious.
Yeah.
In how many weeks? Or I mean, in how many months?
That was a year and 2 months.
I'm sorry. I mean, if I work 40 hours a week, I said I make
You don't make
40,000.
that money.
How?
Legal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's prostitution. We don't know a lot about it.
No, but
It's
sorry.
Yeah.
I know even Abiola is also using the word prostitution, but professionally, Until Ngozi, you agree with me?
Yeah,
It's
they're
called
called
sex work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's be politically
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Let's be politically correct. So
Yes.
let's
Ngozi,
call
are you
them
there?
sex workers. My sister, are you there?
Okay.
So, Auntie, what do you have to say, please, about, like our Nigerian men tricking our Nigerian
Sisters.
girls to do this kind of job? Is there any organization that can at least put it out there for our girls and also our men? Why are they doing this?
Okay, I must start by commending Abiola for sharing her story.
Indeed, sure.
It's not an easy thing to share such story. Unfortunately, many Nigerian girls are vulnerable to abuse.
Yeah.
And as you can see, her abuse started from people who were supposed to give her love.
Protection
Yeah.
in the first
Protect
place.
us, yes.
That's where her problem started.
Yes.
And then it comes to this other person who now exposes her to multiple abuse. And even talking about knowing the currency, at 19 years, how many things do you know about?
That
Yes,
is
yeah,
it.
even,
A 19-year-old girl. Even if you knew the currency, you will be made to feel that they spent a lot of money on you. They got passport for you.
Yeah.
They paid for
Yeah.
your flight.
Yeah.
Your first time in the aeroplane?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes. So for the first time,
Yeah.
you feel grateful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they bank on this ignorance. And you check out, it's usually girls between 16 to 20
Yeah.
that they do this.
Yeah.
But there are many organizations. My issue in Nigeria is that there are lots of impunity. Because this is a cabal. Unfortunately, there's a cabal, of that bribery of knowing from the
Yeah,
state
we have the
from
same
where
thing.
she
Yes.
leaves the airline. From that point, there's what I call conniving,
Yes.
which is a huge problem for me in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We have agencies, of course. We have agencies. The question is, why does this still happen? And
Till
why do
today.
people find people? And even these days, do you know that parents send their children these days?
That's
What?
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear the same.
Yes.
Now they pay the parents and the kids come and the parents just receive the money, the kids do the job.
Yes. Just in the name of education.
Yes. So this is like I said to you, the kind of work I do is we're not reactive, we are proactive. We're working with young people, we are studying young people. At 19, how many certificates do you have that qualify you to work in Europe?
Yeah.
What qualifications do you have at 19? At 20 to work? In her own case, it's understandable. This is someone who's been vulnerable from day one.
Yeah.
So she came from a foster home where she's supposed to have love and she didn't know love. She can follow this man to anywhere. If she gets in love with her. Because she's been vulnerable from an early stage. But my issue is with those people who realize that you don't have good education. What do you think you're going to do in Europe?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sensitization we have to
Yes.
start with the young people. There are lots of non-governmental organizations in Nigeria. They are sensitizing young people. They are sensitizing their parents. And then, of course, the government has to do more. We have anti-trafficking laws, but how does it work?
Yeah.
Who ensures that people are not compromised?
And there is impunity, so how do even the laws go on?
Absolutely. There's impunity. People turn open their eyes when they see something going wrong.
Yeah.
And so you see young people each time you see that young people are falling victims. People are running out of Africa in their thousands, and this is rather unfortunate.
Yeah.
My sister,
Yes.
can I cut you short before I forget this question?
Sure.
I'm from Kenya. Of course, we have the same happening. I just have one question for you. Of course, I'm a man, and this makes a very different feeling. What can we do, African men in diaspora,
Yes.
to help people like you, to stop cases like Abiola? What can we do? Of course, somebody will tell you, never pay for a prostitute. Yeah, then you say, okay, I can pay for a Chinese or I can pay for a white one because they are not. But what can we do, young men? The ladies, we forget them, me and Gomes and my cameraman. What can we do to help you reach your goal? We are young men, we are from Africa, we are living in Europe.
Yes. Unfortunately, our government still has some respect for you when you are speaking from diaspora.
Yes.
So they think that you are very close to contracts, they think you are very close to where the system works.
Yes.
So if you speak, they are willing to listen.
Yeah.
So we also need your voice.
Yes.
So we need someone like Gomes to keep writing, to keep shouting. When we shout, we support our voice.
Oh, my sister, Africa Radio, we're going to shout this one for the rest of his life. We're going to shout, and we're going to have millions of Abiola shouting in this studio. I promise you.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we like the fact that Abiola can share her story.
Yeah.
Now we know about her story. By the time we have more young people speaking up, because some of them go there and they tell you, oh, everything is beautiful. And And so how can you intervene when you have that impression?
Yes.
You know?
That's what is happening also in Europe now.
Yeah.
Because there are people that, in this life, there are people that accept sort of things, and there are people that wake
They can
up
accept even
and say,
slavery.
yes,
They can even
and
accept
say, yes,
slavery.
this is it. Because they have never grown up to be loved.
Yeah.
So when they find somebody that has give them this kind of thing, a plane, they just hear the story of plane and everything. And when they come to Europe, they find a little bit of clothes, a little bit of food, and then they get a little bit money to send home. And then there are people that are bragging about it. Hey, I'm in Europe. I have friends, like they will say, I'm in Europe, send money home. And they will be calling, helling them, while they don't know what they are going through.
I mean, 40,000 euro. If I see her and she can pay 40,000 euro, in Kenya's 4 million, so she can buy 2 houses. So I'm like, yeah, if she can buy 4, and she made the money and paid somebody.
Yes, that's painful.
Yeah,
That's
really,
painful.
yeah.
Yes.
They don't care about their health. They don't care about their health.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
Can't buy clothes.
Yes.
about the health.
Yeah, wait, sister, hold it, sister. You type something sensitive in Abiola. I see her face is bright.
Yeah,
She wants to say something
because
about health. Tell us, my
About
sister.
the health.
Yes.
There are a lot of, like we know, a lot of white men. They come to you and they're like, can we just do it without? I pay you good money. So this is something that tempts a lot of girls.
Without what, please?
Without a condom.
No, don't base. We said we are going to be sexually, politically correct on this program.
I'm
Don't call it
sorry.
a condom, call it protection.
But if we have to educate young people, they need to know the name.
It's a rubber.
But when you're
Call it rubber.
covering it, they would. So just let them know what you're talking about.
Tire.
So
Rubber.
it's like they tell you, okay, let's do it without a protection.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls do it. A lot of girls are tempted because of the money they are asked to pay. This is, you have to pay 55,000 euros. Fine, that's the money you have to pay for bringing you.
And somebody comes tells you for 1 hour I can give you 10,000
Yeah.
or
Okay.
1,000. You think like, okay,
That's big
I'm
money.
1% off.
Yeah. And the clothes they bought for you when you came to start working, those clothes are not up to 300 euros. But it's a must, you have to pay 1,000 euros. And now they even increased it to 1,500.
So they buy clothes for you.
Yeah.
And they choose the price.
Yeah.
And you have to pay.
pay.
You
So
have to pay.
like you work in Hema or in supermarkets.
Yeah.
They bring you uniform. They
Yeah.
tell you we pay you 200 euro per week.
Yes.
But your uniform is 100 euro.
Yeah.
And you have to accept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something like
Lingerie. That's like.
Yeah. So You have to pay for the house you don't even know about.
Yeah.
The house he is living, I don't know about the house. I have not
you're
been
paying
there.
his rent.
I pay 200 every month. The paper I have on the ground, I pay 200 every month. So I have to every week make sure I have 1,000 euros.
Unbelievable.
Not my.
Every
Every week.
week.
You're not
1,000
serious.
or above. If I have below, it's a problem. If
Wait a
I
minute.
don't have,
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Until if you understand, 1,000 euro.
Is-
1,000 euro is about 400,000 naira.
Yes, get
And she must make that every week.
every week. In 1,000 euro in my country is almost 120,000.
That is slavery.
120,000.
Slavery.
100.
Really? Yeah.
You have a plot.
You have a plot. You have a place like this building.
Even in Africa, you can have a plot of land with 400,000 ton.
Yes, even us, eh? In
Yeah.
the village, what you pay for a week, I can buy myself a piece of land and buy a
Yes.
build a 2-bedroom house.
And she
More
has
than
to
that.
make that every week
Wait.
for one person.
That's the money I have to give him. And I also have to pay every week 700 something euros because I pay every day. Is it 700 something euros? I pay every day 150 or 130 for the room where I work every day. When
So-
it's weekend, it's 150.
So wait a minute. So this guy gives you a job. You pay for the room. You pay for his house.
Yeah.
What job does he do? And you are the one doing the job. Let's call it a
Yeah.
sex work.
Yeah.
You are the one who, I mean, he is not even calling the customers for you.
No,
You have to look for the customers.
I have to do it.